I think I'd learned that by now. And a kickoff. Midnight Sack goes out. I believe that's Hyper. Midnight Sack touches. Pigeon toppers, you know what it is. The number 2 seed, the undefeated Pigeon boys. No stranger to the channel here. This Mike Rithgen gets a nice put around there. Little dude. Here comes little dude as he gets a nice flick there after he overran the ball. And now, look at that little dude go. Almost with the pass back to Hyper. He definitely had the right idea. A Midnight Sack puts it on, but Hyper not only gets the save, but he's coming around. He's ready for offensive pressure. Little dude touches. Midnight Sack touches out, touches around. The dude puts it out to Mike Rithgen. No go there. Hyper touches, and Anti-Esports definitely looks like they're up to the challenge here. Dick Warlock says little dude is going to be trouble. It seems like he has some sound mechanics, and I think that those wings on his topper might give him a little extra oomph in his flight. Hyper trying to go back. Way to preserve boost or work without it. Hyper coming off demo.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
As Hyper hops the last defender, the other one is demoed. Mike Rithgen is respawning. Hyper may have an easy one. Backboard. No help. Hyper's there, going back, gonna reset the play. Goes 100 in the corner. Coming around, touches down. Midnight Sack. Touches. Little dude. Dick Warlock's expecting big things from him. Little dude touches around. Midnight Sack puts it out. Hyper touches. Midnight Sack goes. I don't know if it's on the net. Doesn't matter because dude is there. Coming around. Looks great coming off the wall. And Mike will high point the ball with him. Good play there. Clamp Dog. What up, man? Here, because I know you're going to ask. I worked on something specifically for you. I'm good. How are you? I had 2 tier 1 matches today, so I'm still riding that wave. Hyper up in the air. Midnight Sack coming. Puts it out. Who's on the ball? Hyper goes up. This one may fall in. A Midnight Sack. Puts it up. Nice touch. A Midnight Sack. 1-0 Pigeon boys, but again, Anti-Esports looks like they're ready to play outside their record. Hyper living up to his name all over the field, all over the sand. It's a nice night in Salty Shores. Touchdown. Backboard. Sack. Almost put a 2-piece on him there. Seeing if I'm open this week. I have some. I know you and I at times usually match up, but you'd have to look off the top of my head. I'm not really sure. They're tier 1 also. Oh yeah, let them know. Little dude touching. He's looking for the infield pass. I think that was Mike Rithgen that went down swinging there. Yeah, little dude. I'm not sure. I assume Dick Warlocks has seen him play before, but little dude looks very, very confident coming off the wall. Little dude on defense with Anti-Esports. Yeah, if they just try through the website, other than that, Discord, and I'll see if I can get it going. But I have a lot of slots open. Nice demo there.
Mother trucker, dude.
Dick Warlock. Yeah, that's what I noticed early. But it's not only the kind of touches he was doing, but the willingness as well. You know, in tier 4 IGL, people aren't really necessarily willing to go up and get after it. His recovery, that's something that I don't really have an eye for, so I'm gonna start looking at that. Oh, nice touch pass. Little dude's a little far behind. That's kind of a hard pass to wait for. Little dude comes off the wall, enough for the 50. Touch there. Hyper up. Dude can't quite get his fender on it. Perhaps a 50 coming. We're coming down to 10 seconds. I just noticed another demo out there. And this one may drop for the Pigeon boys. Pinch out for little dude, but the damage may be done. Let's see if Hyper can dribble. He gets the flick. Not quite. It may have been wide as well. Clamdog says whoever has the pigeon topper is winning for sure. It's got to be the Pigeon boys. But it would be a nice turn of events if it was the other team. Alright, so a midnight sack. 308. 1 goal. And 2 shots. 50% efficiency. Mike Rithgen with the saves. And not much going there. And that could prelude us to maybe a Game 5 series. Maybe a 4. But we'll see. But a 1 goal difference definitely tells us that they're close in skill.
It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
Little dude puts it out. Scott K, love the soundboard. Appreciate it, man. I got a decent amount of demo sounds, and they've been laying them on. Hyper puts it on. What a flick by him. He collects it in midfield, and he knows what he's going to do before he gets the ball.
Like that!
And a midnight sack was close, but no cigar. It's hard to be ready for that kind of play, especially at this level. I mean, he had his teammate ahead of him, and he was hanging out in the goal, and then all of a sudden the ball's sailing over his head, so rough spot. Midnight sack touches. Rithgen on it. Hyper. Nice little pop over Mikey. Hyper collecting. Nice cross. Little dude. Oh, it's crossbar. But that dude can get up. Hyper touches. Little dude can't handle it off the wall and is low on boost. Touch it through here. He has to 50 with Mike. Midnight sack comes around. Ball will reset at midfield. People here at Salty Shores being given a treat. This Tier 4 Rocket League. Mike had some ill intentions there. Midnight sack touches. Dude, chase up the wall but gets bumped. Where's Mike Rithgen? He's going to want the shot. 50s. Midnight. Not quite. Goes wide. But the ball remains on orange side. Touch there. Touches through. Sack comes around. Gets a side 100. Hyper. We've seen him flick before. He was trying another one. But a midnight sack says fool me once. Little dude trying to collect it. He's in trouble. The other captain rams into his car and jars the ball loose. No touch, and Mike Rithgen will walk it in. 1-1 for their first goal of Game 2. And we are even again. I didn't see what happened in real time. At the very least, a double commit, but I think they may have bumped each other. 1-1. Anti-esports just over 500, winning 4, losing 3. But I guess they were 500 coming out of the regular season, and with their round 1 playoff win. Nice 50 there from the dude. Going around. So I'm not sure if Dick Warlock is still here, but something we noticed, what we may have noticed about our boy little dude, is that he has the mechanics and he can make some cool shots, but it seems like that's his first instinct. Right there, you saw him get the ball and just take it immediately up the wall, and that's the kind of stuff that can, distract you from the fundamentals. Rithgen, back pass to Midnight Sack. Goes around, little dude. There to collect it. Puts it around. Goes around, top. Going around. Warlock says he clearly practices wall shots the most. Yeah, exactly. Could use some dribbling to balance out. Yeah, that's what I always think about, you know, tier 4 and 3 is that obviously there's holes in your game. I always say anyone who's not a pro, there's holes in your game. And it's interesting at these tiers because everyone develops differently. Like by the time little dude is around my rank, he's probably going to be a god coming off the walls, whereas I am deadly afraid of the walls. But yeah, that's true. Goes there. Nice shot from little dude, but it goes wide. He still has an opportunity. The defender missed. Another demo there. Hyper coming around, crossing. Mikey Rithgen gives his team a stay of execution, but Hyper can do the wall stuff too. And little dude was in the neighborhood for a putback after the rebound. But it looks like the Midnight Sack ran interference. Touching, Midnight Sack comes in. We may have an overtime, but a lot of time left in this game too. Mike lets it off the top of his car. Little dude crosses, nothing will happen. Hyper staring it down. Midnight Sack will get around him. Hyper will bump, pick up the 100, and try to get some offense of his own, but Mike is in his face immediately. Touches out. Little dude. Big booming clear. And now Hyper possibly look for the cross. He gets it and almost finishes it himself. Crazy. Crazy play. Come around. Touch there. Let's do Hyper. Mike Rithgen battling. He doesn't want overtime. He wants points. 2-1.
También se prepara Esteban Granero, el pirata, por cierto, las reacciones en el banquillo.
Ojo a Cristiano, Cristiano del área, sigue Cristiano. ¡Gol!
2-1. I thought I was having dreams of overtime, but a Midnight Sack crushes those. And that one will go out. Maybe just a last-ditch effort. Maybe just clear it as much as you can and see what happens. Hyper with a flick. Oh, my goodness. Close one. Okay, that graphic is incorrect. The Pigeon Boys are number 2 seed. I apologize. Warlock says he had that. I know. And those are those kinds of plays that can throw you off the rest of the series, maybe even the rest of the match. Yeah, Scott saw it too. Yeah, he had it. Maybe just got a little overeager when he got outside the net. I don't think he believed he was so close to it. But here we go. Mike Rithgen giving us an error. 404, 2 goals. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Mike Rithgen on that last score to go up with the go-ahead goal in game 2. So 1 save, 5 shots from the Pigeon Boys. We'll ready up here. Both teams ready. I'm not going to hold them back. So it is a best of 5. Pigeon Boys 1 game away from a sweep and punching their clock to a semifinals appearance. And of course, Anti-Esports 1 game away from having their fall 2020 season end. Got Dilly flashing the new legitness emoji in the chat. Come around, little dude touching. Hyper comes in, helps him out. We've seen a lot of good things from Anti-Esports. They just haven't been able to string it together a lot. Here, if I know Dilly will ask too. Here, Dilly, because if you're hanging out, you're gonna want to know. I'm sure. Dig Warlock 2-0 is tough to come back from, but that Stocktain scares me. Going around. Hyper touches around. He's going to have a shot when it bounces off the wall. But a Midnight Sack snuffs it. Mikey, not quite. Touch you there. Little dude pops up. Ceiling, no one touching. It's wide. Going around, little dude, chasing back. And now he's looking to handle the ball. Touching, Hyper. Goes into a flick immediately, but Mike reads it well. Touch, Hyper. Oh, tried for the midfield pinch, but nothing drops for him. Hyper with a suicide touch there. Little dude, that is something we have not seen from him. He's there for the rebounds. He touches the ball, but he has not finished like he does right here. What a touch there.
Oh my God, he on X Games mode.
And Anti-Esports go up 1-0. If you remember, they had a lead. Nice pop there from Hyper. They had a lead in game 2, but then kind of squandered it, gave up the tie. Nice demo there. They squandered it, gave up the tie, and then with 5 seconds to go, gave up an overtime opportunity. Come around, little dude. Pops up and pushes through. So if Hyper would have been on that ball, he would have had a bullet. Nice cross. Midnight Sack is there. Touch. Midnight Sack will pop out. Corner. Puts down. Mike. Goes in. Nice backflip from a Midnight Sack. Bounce off the corner. Dude can't quite handle it. Mike Rifton crosses.
Yeah, but that backflip though.
And a Midnight Sack finishes it up. Warlock liking the Ronaldo. 1-1. Face off, best of 5. And Mike Rifton keeps the pressure on. 2-1 up again. Don't look now, but the Pigeon boys are flying. Little dude touches. You gotta really just pin it to your car and drive it out. That one bounces off and has enough speed to come off the wall and cross. Dick Warlock says a blessed corner bounce. Yeah, but they happen. And that's what you'll notice in higher ranks is that people won't really let the ball off of their car unless they're ready to. Oh, miscue there. Mike Rifton battling back to the ball, but he might have ruined a shot. Another demo hanging out there. Rifton coming around. He's got to mess with the dude. Dude tries to pinch. Decent attempt. And a sack with the big booming clear. That might cross off the wall. But dude, we know his wall skills. Now Rifton with a nice corner touch. Little dude is on the breakaway, but Rifton recovers immediately. Nice shot. And the dude with the save. Touching. A big battle on this orange end as the clock just ticks away. Pigeon boys touch. Little dude was maybe thinking dribble, but then he gets hit in the mouth. Hyper. We know he can flick, but it seems like the Pigeon boys are ready for it now. As soon as that ball gets on the hood of his car or the top of his car, they just dive on him. Another demo there.
He's already dead.
Flick from Hyper. This one may drop. Hyper with the double touch. And he'll finish it up. What a play to tie it up under a minute to go.
Like that.
Good play by Hyper. Just when I thought that the Pigeon boys had those flicks scouted, he lays another one on them. Warlock can't give that man space. You really, really cannot. Or you could give him a great abundance of space, because it looks as soon as he gets on, he's flicking it. But if you're too close, it's going over. But if you're back far enough, you may get a nice easy ball to roll to you. Pops out. Hyper collects it. He's going down. The Sandy Shores are going crazy. Don't look now, but these anti-esports boys are here to play. 3-2, 20 seconds. As good as the Pigeon boys have been, I'm not sure if they're going to be quite ready to fend off this 20-second onslaught here. Touch there. 15 seconds. Oh, and Hyper with the clutch save. That would have made things very, very interesting. Hyper coming off the wall. He's dribbling one man to beat. Hyper is destined to clip on us. And that will hit the sand. And Anti-Esports shows signs of life in this best of 5 series. And I was informed, Dick Warlock, hell of off the wall save. Definitely, especially considering the situation that they're in. So let's see here. So I was informed that the sub had to come in, Hyper, because the main little dude's main partner is out, got stuck at work. Because we don't do this professionally. 6:05 for Hyper, coming off the bench. 2 goals, a save, 9 shots from them. We'll keep rolling through here. So it'll be interesting to see if Anti-Esports can force a game 5. All these have been one goal games, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what we have here. Midnight Sack puts it on. Dude is already back there. Good save by him. And then puts it on the goal. Let's see if Hyper can catch up to the play. Touches around. He 50s with the Midnight Sack. Mike Rithgen passes it up. Dude carrying it. He wants a back pass, but it's ill-advised as this one will go in. A huge miscue there. It could have gone either way. Hyper was getting bumped by a Midnight Sack, so he couldn't field the back pass like he wanted to. Go on, Hyper touches. He's going to collect it. Maybe try back pass of his own. No go. Little dude comes off the wall. This may be trouble. He's up. He's in the air. Good try. But even the cross is too high over the goal. Rithgen trying to bring it out. But now little dude is crossing. A Midnight Sack. He may go the length of the field. Not quite. It hits a post. He puts another one on, and that one will sneak by. And that is why clears are a very underrated mechanic or play in Rocket League. A lot of the Pigeon Boys offense is predicated off that big booming clear and forcing their opponents to turn around and get back on defense. Going around, Dick Warlock wants an atonement for the back pass. But we'll see. Pigeon Boys are starting to lay it on now. 2-0. We've seen Anti-Esports score when they need to. So definitely not over as we're under 4 minutes here. Little dude gets it. Gets the side 100. Staying on. Hyper. Collecting. Hyper touches, and look at this man, Hyper.
Would you look at that? Filthy. Absolutely filthy.
As Hyper just put some filthiness, he put some stank on that ball to put his team on the board for the first time in Game 4. 2-1. Kickoff goes to Hyper, but he can't handle it, and little dude is out of boost. Midnight Sack wants to battle. Fights through. Mike Rithgen touches. Midnight Sack touches off the backboard. Mike may have been up a little, just a smidge too shallow. Touch there from Hyper. Mike Rithgen battling, cuts it off. Hyper keeping the pressure on. He has boost to give us some more magic, and he just might do that. Hyper giving us quite the show on the beach here. A Midnight Sack has seen success with that backflip that he does, even scored with it, but that time it betrays him as it just lofts the ball up and kind of tees it up for Hyper, who's really having a stellar performance, win or lose. Little Dude. As good as Little Dude has looked thus far, he's going to need to have a game if Anti wants to get back in this. Midnight Sack on the breakaway. Beats 50s through one man, and Hyper is climbing all over him, but Mike Rithgen will put in the third goal for the Pigeon boys. Nice strong 50 there. I'm sure the Pigeon toppers give extra weight, and he'll split the post 3-2. Dig Warlock appreciating the bump. Kickoff. Cancels out. Little Dude is on the ball. Leaving it for Hyper. Hyper will finish it up.
También se prepara Esteban Granero, el pirata, por cierto, las reacciones en el banquillo.
Ojo Cristiano, Cristiano del área, sigue Cristiano. ¡Gol!
Interesting play. A lot of traffic midfield after the canceled out face-off. And then it's a foot race back that Hyper gets the better of. Hyper gets a side 100. Coming on, Mike Rithgen. I was about to say he's stuck in the goal, but Hyper's going to flick it at him. Little Dude trying to get back. Misses the boost. Has 5 left. Mike Rithgen applying pressure. Pigeon boys touching. Dude, a lot of action in this orange corner, and Hyper may break it loose, but Mike is back on the play. Hits the ceiling, coming down. Bounces off the sand. The Midnight Sack is up. Coming around this dangerous Midnight Sack, thinking bump. Hyper's thinking air. Gets it. Anybody's ball. Little Dude gets post. Hyper puts it on. Little Dude battling. And he'll put it in. Look at that Little Dude. 4-3. Touch from Hyper. Just a lot of chaos and turning, and
come on, stop trying to hit me and hit me.
And a Midnight Sack is just a little too late on that would-be save as Anti Esports goes up 4-3. Pretty late. About 1:20 left. Hyper can't touch. Little Dude needs a touch and he gets it. Touching there, Little Dude. Crossing, backboard. We know Hyper can hoop. Little Dude keeping pressure on. Another backboard touch. Mike Rithgen, that internal clock went off where he knew he had to get up to that ball to avoid a goal. And Midnight Sack fights through a gnarly 50 for him, and Mike Rithgen is trying to keep possession. Sends it to orange corner. And a Little Dude. Oh, I thought he was going to get a long ball there, but just a smidge wide again. And that's just one of those plays where maybe that extra half second and that you take to line up your shot. Good shot and save from the respective captains. Touching. This is getting chippy. We've seen a lot of bumps, some demos, but it's coming down to the wire as Anti Esports are 10 seconds away from forcing Game 5. What is this? Not quite. Hyper puts it out. 1 second. Little Dude wants more points, but at what cost? Hyper puts it on. Close one. Valiant effort, but that could have gone either way for them. As we see here, Hyper 742, 3 goals, an assist, 2 saves, 8 shots from them. 9 shots from Pigeon Boys. If you like offense, this series is for you. And don't look now, but we have a Game 5. Great game from Hyper, giving us the hat trick here on the salty shores. Pigeon Boys a little late to come back in, but they are in, and we have Game 5. Anti-esports gets the better of it. Midnight Sack touches, pops it, but gets punched in the dome. Hyper, he might look to flick, but a Midnight Sack was all over him and turns him into smoke. Little dude touching. Hyper going around. Another demo there.
Boom, baby.
Touches through. Midnight Sack almost lets that one go past, but just kind of tackled the ball away from his net. This one may be trouble. Hyper, he went patient, maybe trying for a fake. Nothing drops. Now the ball behind little dude. A Midnight Sack. But a little dude has hustle. Coming off the wall. Lays it on. Nice save there. Midnight Sack staring at Hyper. Passes it back. Mike on the play.
Get him a body bag. Yeah.
Touch it through. Now Hyper looking. 50's out. Rolls slowly to orange side. Midnight Sack. Oh, no one touches. Mike bails out his captain. Hyper pinches, and that is on net. A Midnight Sack. That backflip may have been accidental here, but Anti-Esports is up. Pinch from Hyper.
Yeah, but that backflip though.
Warlock, what were you saying earlier about the blessed touch? Because that was definitely a blessed pinch out of off the wall there from Hyper. Hyper, he's gonna flick. Mike Rithgen smothers it. Little dude comes off the wall. A Midnight Sack, just a little off. Rithgen almost put him on. Dick Warlock wants to give the walls MVP tonight. Hyper trying for another pitch. If it works once, why not try it again? Midnight Sack. He's slowed a little by the height. Hyper touches. Battles through. He looks speedy. Rithgen puts it out. Little dude trying to get back to it. Midnight Sack coming around. Anybody's ball at this point. Rithgen needs some boost. He should have been there. Go up. Faking Midnight Sack. Just beams it into the orange net here. I thought Mike Rithgen would get into place, but Midnight Sack gets up and shows us power. 1-1. Says IGL Fall 2020 Round 2 of the playoffs. As Hyper, you know, I don't blame him, but I don't think he likes these tie games. Mike Rithgen can't handle it, and Hyper makes him pay. 2-1. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, Hyper. I see X's and I just assume they're not meant to be said. So yeah, that's what I'm going with. Midnight Sack coming around. In the face of Hyper, and the Sack is back on. Sack is back. Active walls indeed, but a great shot there.
That was legitness.
Dick Warlock says that was very quick. Yes, yes indeed. A Midnight Sack is going into clutch mode. The Pigeon Boys are no stranger to the channel. I've seen them in some barn burners before. He's going into hyper mode. Yeah, Hyper he seems to have one speed, and it's fast. 50 off Hyper. He's trying to get some pads, gets 100. Little dude trying a nifty little shot. Coming around. Midnight Sack touches. Hyper pops up. Little dude keeps it going. Mike Rithgen high points it. Bounces. Hyper turned around and does just enough to get the ball out of harm's way, and Mike Rithgen almost alley-ooped that ball. Little dude coming off the wall. Midnight Sack up. Will it touch the ceiling? No, and Hyper was up quick. Touch. Battle off the wall. Little dude clears it. He's past midfield. He's on blue side. Expends all his boost past the Hyper. Not quite. That may have been the go-ahead goal of the series, but it does not drop. 50 there. Off the backboard. Rithgen goes wide. Touching. Rithgen trying to get back. Midnight Sack had a bump opportunity there, but gives it up. Goes boost. A little dude. Is he AFK or was he waiting for a play? Either way, I can make things by the bay. What's the home run? Dick Warlock says. Midnight Sack goes the distance of the field to put his team up 3-2. That may be the go-ahead goal. I can make things out of clay and lay by the bay. What do you say? And while I'm doing my rhyme rap here, I'll Happy Gilmore. Hyper gets another face-off goal. And we're at 3s. Hyper is making me look stupid. What I thought may have been the go-ahead goal for the Pigeon Boys ends up not being the case. Rithgen in the face of Hyper. Demo there on the wall.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
Rithgen up, wall, crossing. Is his captain there? His captain is there! My wife is trying to sleep, but I don't care because the Midnight Sack is going off. Great cross from Mike Rithgen. Little dude, his controller keeps disconnecting. You hate to see it. Oh man, I wish that wasn't hanging over the head of this great series. I have noticed some things going on with Little Dude is Hyper. It's destined to give us overtime here. Dill wants to know what happened when he was gone so much.
Like that!
4-4. If you want to know what happened, in a sentence, a Midnight Sack and Hyper are just flexing and showing out. Hyper, the go-ahead flick. Rithgen flies into it. Here we are, overtime. Golden goal rules. Shown X showing up in the lobby. Flying the legitness emoji. And some hype. Little dude coming off the wall. And right there, you see those controller disconnects he was talking about. But Hyper, he may do it without his captain. Hyper gets it in 5-4. We can hype from the chat now. That play looks like it was set up by the rest of the series because the Pigeon Boys got used to just jumping at Hyper when he's in the middle of dribbling, but that time Hyper stays patient, keeps the ball, and sends it in after he beats a defender. And Hyper is in the chat going nuts. Let's recap here. 5 goals from Hyper, 8-1-8, a save, 8 shots from the team, 9 shots from the boys, but just not enough going for them. Dilly enjoying it. Scott, great series for sure, for sure. So let me see if I can. Just be a few moments here. I don't think. Yeah, Little Dude actually didn't agree to the post-game interview. Shownex giving some advice on disconnect issues. Wait, he thought he did. Okay. All right, I'll go ahead and give you a call then. Good thing you're in the chat. So hold on. Let me first give you your third game there. Congrats. Good games. Let me call out to you here.
Hello?
Little dude.
How's it going?
It's going all right for me. How's it going for you? You guys are about to give me a heart attack.
Oh, I was giving myself one.
Your boy Hyper wants to join the post game. If you want to send me a friend request real quick, we can get him in here.
Alright.
Just be a few moments, but yeah, amazing series. Clamp Dog's coming in late. Clamp Dog, Anti-Esports won in very, very dramatic fashion. There's the friend request, and then I guess if you add them to this chat, dude.
All right.
Hyper, he's gonna get you in. There you are, Hyper.
Yo.
All right. So before,
Right.
hold on, real quick. Before the match started, little dude messages me and he says that you're the sub, so you're coming off the bench giving us this performance.
Yep.
Is you have this in you all along? What are you doing being a sub?
Well, technically he made the team first with his friend,
Right,
and then he invited me to it, so
Okay.
I just joined and thought it would be a fun thing to do.
All right, so Shonex is telling you guys best of luck in the semifinals, where is exactly where you're headed. So is this your guys' first IGL season together?
Yeah, it's my first time ever trying to do anything like it.
Right. Well,
Same.
you're off to a good start. Same for you, Hyper?
Yep.
Yeah, well, you know, some people, they don't have as much, I'll say luck, but obviously some skill goes into it. But I've seen some very, very talented teams that just kind of get in their own way and just can't get out of round one of the playoffs or round two even. But you guys are on a nice run here. So next week it'll be a best of 7 series. Any concern there? It'll be some long ones.
Just gotta shake the nerves.
Yeah.
For sure.
The final game, I had to put on some music because I was so nervous.
Well, I mean, you guys were kind of playing with borrowed time there. I mean, you went down 2, and then you're trying to orchestrate the reverse sweep. But yeah, I guess when you get to game 5, the nerves can maybe start rattling you.
Yeah.
Hold on. I have Clamp Dog in the chat. He says, "Fury, why are you throwing me and my team under the bus there?" Clamp Dog, you're not the only team that I know like that. And I didn't say any names, you did. All right, but back to the men of the hour here, Anti-Esports. So first IGL circuit on to a fabulous start. Let's see. I have the bracket here pulled up. I'm sure you guys saw it. So you'll be facing the winner of the Devil's Own or the Unknown. Did you face either of those teams in the regular season?
Both of them, I believe.
Really?
Look.
How did those go?
I think we beat Unknown, but lost to Devils.
Okay. Yeah. You ended the regular season 3-3?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. You guys.
Yeah, we lost 3-0 to Devil's Own, and then we haven't gone against Unknown.
Okay. So swept by the Devil's Own. So it'll be very, very interesting for you guys next week. Obviously, with the best of 7, there's a best of 7. There's less chance that a fluke happened. You know what I mean? There's just so many games that you just get the feeling that the better team won, and it's more definitive and clear cut.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they'll be the number 3, but you just knocked off the number 2. So maybe you guys could just keep hacking off the heads of these top seeded teams.
Maybe.
And maybe we'll have some substitute controversy going into next week because Hyper just put on a performance there.
Oh, he really did. Like, he came in when I really needed him.
Yeah. So what happened with your controller? Is it an older one? Has it been breaking?
Sure, it's a elite, but I gotta have the cord. I don't know if the cord's really working with it too well.
Yeah, that's I'm sure you saw it, but Sean X was talking about Bluetooth from the chat. He said that'll cause issues, but yeah, cord disconnects. Yep, we've been there, but that's never happened to me during an IGL match. So were you going crazy?
I'm sitting here telling him like I need you to like just cover everything. Let me try to get this fixed.
All right, so probably the last thing we'll talk about. I have another match at the top of the hour here. Is Hyper? You were just flicking on them like crazy, and then just when it seemed they had you scouted, you start kind of changing your positioning and flicking on it sooner, and then just more start falling at the end of the series anyway.
Yeah, I kind of try to, whatever the opponent does, I kind of try to adapt to their play style and change my own.
Right.
So that they can never really know what I'm going to do.
Wise man.
And that's exactly what happened there. I changed my play style and they didn't really know what to do.
Right. Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. In a best of 7 series, you got to wonder if they would have,
caught on after a while.
Yeah, and
maybe.
Yeah, but here we are, best of 5, and you guys are the winner. This one really could have gone either way, but yeah, Hyper.
Very good game.
Very, very good game series. Anything else from you guys? Anyone you want to shout out? Anything you want to plug?
I have a Twitch.
Let me see here. You can link it up. Give me a moment.
All right, I'll link it.
Hold on. Nightbot will shut your shit down real quick.
Do you want me to link it in your chat? Or
yeah.
what?
In the chat's fine. Just wait a second. All right, go for it. Anything else from you guys?
I'm good. Appreciate the commentary. It was great to listen.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it made me stressed, but yeah, it was great.
Wait. Were you guys running it during the game?
Yeah, I had my phone just kind of sitting up on my desk a little bit behind my monitor, just kind of.
But there's a delay.
I had audio in the background. That's about it.
But the delay doesn't bother you guys?
Nah.
I tried to do it once. I just hated it. So I only just watched the VODs after.
Yeah.
But yeah, congrats again to you guys. Good luck next week. You'll have your work cut out for you.
Yeah.
Sure will.
I'll catch up with you guys later. Peace.
All right, see ya.
All right, that was Anti-Esports Captain Little Dude and the substitute Hyper, who's playing really, really good, playing like a tier 3 talent as they knock off the number 2 undefeated Pigeon Boys. Pigeon Boys, good friends of the channel. Very heartbreaking for them, but they put up a